Back once again with another one for y'all. This time around, this is not a full haircut. It was evening time, a little bit dark in my suite. It's not the best time for me to shoot content around this time. The sun is pretty much gone. It's not bright enough, but I did it anyway. I quickly just wanted to capture the process for a lineup on a drop fade and finger placement. Usually what I do is use my pointing finger, my index finger, and keep it right above the eye socket area. And my middle finger I put right on top of the eyelids. Now, if you see what I'm doing here, I'm kind of showing you how I ease my way into the line with my finger placement. If you use this finger placement consistently, you will always have a perfect symmetrical line, or let's just say you will have a consistent lineup. Even when you use the trimmer blade on the corners, as in the vertical bars, as you can see, I don't have the entire blade ever flat. I usually use the corners and I rock it onto the vertical bar, never flat. It's impossible to keep that blade flat due to the curvature of the side of the head along that parietal ridge. FYI, that front cranium varies in size on everyone, so you have to improvise appropriately. Make sure that you are curving or bending, as in rocking, with the shape of their head. You definitely need to stretch when necessary, but during a baseline such as this, I never do it. Just take it easy and let the blade work. Next, I'm going to bring in my protege trimmer, which is equipped with a shorter tooth guide blade or fixed blade. When you compare it to the fixed blade on the Rebel, this one is shorter. The Rebel has a deeper tooth. So make sure you also use the corners only when it comes to that front forehead straightaway line. You make sure everything is all about the rocking, the hand placement, and don't skip steps. With his hair texture in particular, this type of hair texture, you have to take your time when you're going about this. So as you can see, I'm never putting that blade down all the way flat, only in the corners. And when I do attempt to put the blade all the way flat, it's just a rocking effect that you kind of, or a rocking motion rather, is what I'm trying to say. And this is what you call, of course, refining, is why I'm using a different kind of blade. There's certain hair or certain things that were left behind from that Rebel trimmer, so this will take care of it. And this is the motion that you use before you line up. You place your index finger on top of that cheek right below the eye socket, and you follow through with that same motion. That middle finger helps balance everything. Do not move from this position. Really get comfortable in that cheek area and just simply turn your trimmer blade using the corners only. And it's all about that finger placement. You got to keep these finger placements consistent. Don't hold the trimmer too tight. Keep it real light, only using the two fingers to support the trimmer itself. Below and above, you use your thumb, gently holding it, never too tight. And that cheek placement, believe me, put the index finger right above the cheek and the middle finger right below the cheekbone. The cheekbone is something that you feel right in between those fingers, the index and the middle finger. Believe me, this works. Look at that. Super sharp, clean, fresh. Can't go wrong. That's a perfect C cup. I'm going to follow through with the same process that I just executed on the left side, your right. And Same thing, just making sure you follow the curvature of the head, and how you hold your trimmer is really important. So for example, when I get these vertical bars, I always usually hold the trimmer using my index fingers on the bottom and supporting it towards the end of the trimmer, and using my thumb on top, of course, just allowing the trimmer to do its thing. Don't press down too hard, you know? And just like I said on the other side, that finger placement with having the index finger on top of the cheek and the middle finger below the cheekbone, and just turning the trimmer, allowing those blades, the corners, to do their job. Very simple execution. I guarantee if you try this method, you will be making perfect lineups. This is my favorite part of the haircut, y'all. I am only putting out this content to help those who are struggling, having a hard time, get better, move faster. The lineup usually takes me about anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. It all depends on texture, of course. It all depends on what I'm really working with. Like, my guy has a very soft, very low density, but full enough to where it's easy to execute a clean line. This is easier said than done, really, when you're executing or doing this process. It could be very intimidating. So I can be saying a bunch of words that make this sound like it's easy, look like it's easy, but it's not. And I took my time just to make sure that I can capture this footage on film and make sure that everybody that's been struggling can do better with their lines. I hope this is helpful. If you found this informative in any way, please leave a comment. If you have any questions, as usual, leave a comment. If you know anyone that may find this informative, if it's not all that great for you, if you know somebody, share it to them, send it to them. If you would like to see the full process of this haircut, leave a comment. I can definitely arrange for that. I will have that video out in no time. My guy's in the shop weekly, bi-weekly. He's in, and I'll make sure next time he's in, we capture some footage, make sure we get him fresh, just to bring you that content. If you want to see the process of how I go about doing this drop fade, making the fresh symmetrical line. Actually, I'll intentionally try to see if I can keep him away from the shop for some time, just to see if he could come in rough, and you can actually get the chance to see what he walks in like versus what he leaves out like. Because some people really walk in looking very, very rough. And this is a night and day situation, honestly. When he walks in, it's all bad. You know how that goes. When he walks out, fresh, brand new man, brand new person, brand new everything. But yeah, that's the reason why he's in often anyway. A lot of my clients are really in a lot. So one thing you will see is a bunch of the same people that I do use in my videos, because there are some people that are not really big fans of being in the camera or in front of the camera. They're not very camera savvy. Some people just don't like the camera. I do actually have people sign off and verbally consent if they have to, but I really make sure that they do sign off that they are okay with being recorded. Nowadays, as many cameras as they are in this world, on our phones, all over the grocery stores that we go in and out of, department stores whatsoever, street cameras, we're constantly being watched, I guess, under surveillance. But yeah, anyway, hope this was helpful, y'all. If you missed a few steps that I was talking about, please, like I say, leave a comment. If you have Facebook, Instagram, Threads, whatever it is, hit me up. Let me know what you want to know, and I will be more glad to help you out. But it is a wrap, y'all, and I will catch y'all on the next one.